Hey YouTube, we're back with another look at a brand new battery that I picked up. It's summertime, time to get out on the rivers and the lakes, and we've got a small boat that we like to haul the kids around in, and it's just got a little 12-volt electric trolling motor on it. And let me tell you, the little 8 and 12 amp hour ones that I had in there, they don't last long. We pretty much just used to use it for emergencies, and now we actually like to putt around on it a little bit. So obviously need something with quite a bit more capacity. Bring on the ReLiBatt 12-volt 100 amp hour battery. It's a lithium iron phosphate technology, so if you're not familiar with any of my previous battery lookovers or that technology in general, the nice thing about it is you get a full depth of discharge with the lithium iron phosphate. So you can charge them up to full and bring them right back down to almost nothing, and they do just fine with that really deep discharge. They also, this battery in particular, is able to put out the full 100 amp hours as well. Now my electric trolling motor isn't going to get anywhere near that, but it is nice to know that you can do not only a deep discharge, but you can discharge at the full rate of this battery. A couple more features, as you can probably see on the front here. This is a smart battery. It does have the Bluetooth, smart Bluetooth. This is really cool. I'm going to show you the app in just a little bit here. 1280 watt hours, and this also, not only with Bluetooth, low temperature. I'm in Minnesota. It's cold more often than not. So what this is going to do is, before the rivers and lakes freeze up, this is going to allow me a lot more time to be using this battery. So I don't have to think about anything. As soon as the temperature starts getting too cold, down to freezing and below, this has a thermal pad inside that will turn on and help keep the battery warm. Now, of course, does that use a little bit of battery power? Sure, it does. But the trade-off, I know my battery's ready to go. It can discharge. I don't have to worry about any discharge temperature issues. And then when I go to charge it, if for some reason it's cold, I'm charging it outside, I don't have to worry about potentially damaging my battery, because with the smart technology and that heater in here, it's going to take care of itself. So looking at the top of the battery, of course, you've got your positive and your negative posts there. And then check this out, built-in carry handles. May not seem like much, but boy, hauling this thing in and out of the boat, I can plop it in there and it's ready to go. Also note that the top is fully sealed, so I don't have to worry about any places where water could get in here and potentially damage the battery. I can simply hook right up here and we're literally off. Now, one thing that we get asked about a lot with batteries is, first of all, is there an app? And for this one, there is. Check this out. So this is a pretty basic app, but it's called Battery Monitor BL. Right away at the front screen here, you can see we're at 100% right now, and the overall battery voltage is at 13.38. Currently it's in standby, which means there's no current, there's no charge no charge on it, nothing discharging it. And you can see here our current is at 0. This is really cool, because when I have this hooked up to the trolling motor, I can see exactly what my motor is drawing. So if I'm concerned that I've got a long trip to come back in, I can see my battery percentage in real time right here. This will adjust. It's connected right now via Bluetooth, so I can see all of that. And that's very handy to me. It's not like some of these other batteries where maybe it's got like a button here, you press the button and like 2 little dots show up. Well, I'm not really sure what that means. I would much rather see a percentage like this. And then of course the current temp of the battery, so that's helpful as well. If I click this info button up here, now this actually breaks down each individual cell. There's only 4 cells inside of this battery. As you can see, they're each about 3.3 volts, and that's what's getting us our 12.8 roughly. So I can break it down and actually see what each individual cell has for a voltage. And I don't need to worry about this, because there's a battery management system, a BMS inside, and the BMS is charging and equalizing each cell. You can see that they're a little bit off here, and that's because it just came off the charger. This will equalize over time, and these should all be right at about 3.34. But it's a pretty basic but yet extremely handy app. Now I have an Android here, so it's a .rar file when you go on ReLiBatt's website. So all I did is went to the Play Store and I just downloaded a simple RAR unzip, and that's a free app. And as soon as I did that, I go on their website, download this battery monitor. I'll link it below. and it connected right into this battery. It was a piece of cake to do, not a problem at all. So right now, ReLiBatt has these on their website, and they are $5.49. That's what I paid for this one. But if you need a couple of these, maybe you're making a 24 or a 36, 48 volt system. If you're buying 2 or more right now, today, these are $4.99 if you buy 2 or more. I don't know how long that sale is gonna last, but if you look online, look on Amazon and some other places, this is a really good price. You'll note that for about $3.50, you can get into just kind of the plain Jane battery without Bluetooth and without the heating. But if you're in a temperature, a cooler place, or you're planning to use this cold when it gets outside, if your outside temps drop, it's really nice to have that low temperature heating. So consider that. I think it's a nice tool to have. If you're buying a couple of these, or maybe you've got a friend that wants to go in on one, you guys can save 50 bucks. $4.99 is a pretty good price. So I'll send a link to the website where I got it from. I've had good luck. I've got a 200 amp hour of virtually the same battery that I use inside the camper as well, and it's just worked well. It's a no nonsense, easy to use battery, so I've been happy with it. I'm going to be testing this out, of course, bringing it up to our small boat, hooking it up to the trolling motor and putting it through the paces. I just got this, it's brand new, charged it up, it's all set to go. So I'll report back if I come across anything, but there's really not much to go wrong with these things. Once you get them charged up, it's pretty much off to the races. So anyways, just a quick look over the battery, nothing else fancy, serial number on the back, and that's it. You just get a good solid battery at, I think, a reasonable price for having the Bluetooth and the smart heating. So hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them for you. Otherwise, hope everybody is doing well, and we'll see you on the next video.